And APB, American Protection Bureau, voted #1 best on Long Island for all your security needs. Call 631-390-9050. That's 631-390-9050. APB.
As one of the Bad Boy Records' 6 defense attorneys without explanation. Rico's bid to step down won't be official until the judge signs off on it. The judge must find sufficient reason to approve such a request. This is his response. Under no circumstances can I continually be effective serving as counsel for Sean Combs. It is respectfully that I regrettably request that the court grant a relief request. Now, I got to ask you guys both on this one. Don't you get disbarred for that? Because he basically, he's stepping down. Like, if there's a trial and your lawyer quits on you, I think that's like saying, yeah, you're pretty guilty.
Can I throw in the math of it, Mike, when you read that to me, by the way? Yeah. Here's how I look at this, okay? I don't know if that's calling for disbarment to me. To me, it's more like he has 5 other lawyers, by the way. Let's not make it out like he lost his only lawyer. He's got 6 lawyers. Okay, so the one guy is leaving, and my gut read is that it's for moral reasons. He's finding stuff that he's not comfortable with, and he can't properly serve him, and he just wants to get the fuck away from it. Sorry for the language, GMC, but that's my gut read on it, and he wants to get away from it. Does that call for disbarment? I don't think so. I mean, it seems to me like he's learning too much that he's morally comfortable with, and he wants to get the hell out because Combs is in a lot of trouble.
I'm going to let Gary weigh in, but you know what? If you take the case as a lawyer and then you check out, I know you've got moral standards, but like you just pretty much said, you're guilty. Go ahead, Gary.
Right. Go ahead.
You said not everything in this world has something to do with wrestling, but didn't Jerry McDevitt bail on McMahon after McMahon's latest accusations were leveled at him? I think so.
We've got to get to that.
If the guy's not going to represent you, then it's all up, above board. That's not a problem with that. I had a situation. If you want to hear a story,
sure.
I had a situation where I sued WWF at the time because I appeared on, I think it was 11 of their early Coliseum videotapes. And I also was used on their Hulk Hogan workout set. And the attorney that represented me, for some reason, stopped representing me and didn't tell me. And he stopped going to the pre-trial hearings. And the case was dismissed because of that. Now that's a slime ball, but this guy's telling everyone, that he's quitting the case. So, I don't see any problem with that.
So, Gary, did you end up winning any money from that Coliseum video?
Yeah. Because then I went and sued my attorney.
Nice.
I mean, and in order to sue your attorney for malpractice, you have to prove the underlying case. In other words, I first had to prove that the original case against McMahon was a good case, was a valid case. So, we did that, and then, and I won. The guy was disbarred in New York, and I got a judgment.
Why did you even have to put through that process? What was the situation with Vince? That must have really bothered you that you had to take it to that level.
Well, this is another story, if you want to hear another story. Years ago, back early 80s, when just before WrestleMania, before Vince went nationwide, one night at a local indie high school wrestling, not indie, a local WWF high school show, Arnold Skolin shows up, puts his briefcase on the table in the locker room, opens his briefcase, takes out a stack of papers, and slaps them on the table. And he makes an announcement to everyone, before you leave, you have to sign these papers. Everyone has to take one and sign it and return it to me. And what they were release forms, so that Vinny could use your wrestling, your interviews, anything that you did with him, and he wouldn't have to pay you for it. I took one of the forms and I put it in my gear and I never returned it. So I never signed a release. So when they came out and started marketing these Coliseum videos, which I didn't even know about until people started coming up and telling me about them. Yeah, I mean, they had no right to do that because I never signed a contract with them. And I mean, I was an independent contractor, but I still never signed a contract with WWF. So I sued them.
Good for you, because you
That's
know what?
another
It seems kind of unfair that they were muscling people to go sign this release to begin with. I got to
Yeah,
tell you, I got some stuff.
to make it legal in exchange for signing the contract and giving it back, they were going to give, I think it was either a penny or a dollar you would get in exchange, and that would release all of your rights for any way that they want to use your performance.
Wow.
Wow, that's some bad math.